Hi everybody, it's Evie here. A bit messy. Back from my lovely week's holiday. Went on a lovely cruise up to Cairns. It was super. I thought I'd share with you some of the photos later in this video. But today I'm going to do some pots with lids. I'll just show you what I'm doing. Oh, I just got to reverse it. Hang on a sec. Here they are. This lovely pot here, and a lid that matches. They're very shiny, so it'll be lovely and glossy. I've also got a bigger one here, which is I think it's a pumpkin mould or a mushroom mould or something with a big pot. Anyway, so I'm not quite sure which one I'll do. I also thought I might do a tray as well. I've got to clean it up yet. And I want to make something for somebody that has been very kind to me, and it was her birthday, and she loves the baby blue, so I'm just sorting out my colours and I'll be back. Chosen my my epoxy resin for today's fast curing is by Eparency Ultra Clear, part A and part B, and I found a colour. These are Resin, and I think this one here might be a beautiful baby blue. Where am I? Which is, and the colour is, grey galah. But it's got a bluey tinge to it, hasn't it? We'll see. And for enhancement, I thought I'd use some Ariel glitter, which is a very pale blue. And also, I was going to use a bit of, where are we? White satin with, sorry, I'm holding the video at the same time, with a bit of turquoise blue. So I'm going to lighten that up, mixing those two together, and see what I come back up with. Once I've got it all mixed up, I'll come back. Well, my resin is all mixed here in this empty yogurt tub. I recycle everything. I hate waste. So just a few little bubbles there at the moment, but they're all coming to the surface and they'll disappear very shortly. So what I've got prepared here is just with this size, where am I? I can't find the video in. Where am I? Oh, here we are. This size little spoon, I've got just 1.5 spoonfuls of the grey galah in there. The next one, I've got 1 spoonful of turquoise and 1 spoonful of white satin. And the last one, I've got a couple of spoonfuls of crushed ice and Ariel glitter. So I've got them in there now, and I'll get some sticks in, mix them up, and then I'll add my resin. I double the, with the turquoise actually, I put double the amount of the white satin in. You can see there that absolute shimmer. So I've making more of that colour. The grey galah, which is, where am I? This one here, I haven't finished mixing it up yet, but it seems to be a little bit too purpley. I'm not quite sure if I'll use it yet. And the other one I've mixed up is the combination of the two glitters. So we'll see how we go. A little bit of the glitters into the lid, so that when it comes out, that'll be what's on top. So for the bowl, I have to pour the glitter in down the top, down the bottom there now. So I'll just do that. I've just poured it on the top and it's just running down in the sides, so I'll just give it a gentle help along here. If I can find it again, there we are. I just push it down to the sides. I will find my stand and set my video in area up better again. But as I say, I've just come back from a lovely holiday. I've been up seeing the Daintree trees. The trees are older than Ministry. Oh, I can't think of the word, sorry. Ministry. Yes, that's it. I think that's what it's called. They were amazing how they grew up to the sun, and then other trees would throw out almost like a streamer effect to latch onto another tree and then start growing up. So what you find is all these different trees growing on top of other trees right up to the sky. I couldn't even see the bottom of them, and I'm intrigued by it, so I will share those pictures with you right now. So I've done that. Okay, that's as far as we've got so far, so I'm going to let that sit for a little while. I've poured the grey galah, which is also a satin finish, into this little bowl. I'm just squeezing the sides to make sure it's getting down there. And that's looking good. That'll help bring up any bubbles too that I can see some there. They'll come to the surface. This is wonderful resin, this. You can see that white there on top. That is the bubbles that have come to the surface. So I'm just going to use a little tiny tradie torch quickly and see how that just disappears. It's amazing. You don't want to burn your moulds though, so be careful. I don't know if you can see that. Oh yes, there we are. You can see all that glitter down the bottom. I just want that. I don't want to mix it all up, so I just want that to cure a little. I just gently sprinkled a little bit around the edge of the turquoise and the white satin, just to see if it's cured enough for it to settle on the top. It's looking quite good. I have to be very gentle with it. I don't want it to mix, so I might just give it a little bit longer. And I've found it's actually a diamond mould, but I think it will fit. Oh, now I've got that wrong, because that'll go on the bottom. Just don't listen to me. I've very gently sprinkled a little bit of the turquoise and white satin around the edges, just to see if I can get it to lay on the top. I don't think it's too heavy. We'll just give it a little bit longer. Put a little bit of clear in there now as well, hoping that will create a separation and a little bit more in the middle there. So now I'm going to attempt to pour in the rest. Okay, I've now filled the tubs up, and you can see how this satin works. Isn't it beautiful? And that's the lid. Some of the glitters come to the top, but I guess that's because it's a small item, so fingers crossed that it will work, and I'll come back when that's cured. Well, here we are. We've just removed them out of the moulds. If you remember, I poured in this way, and there's the lid, which is that way. And have a look at that. Isn't that beautiful? It's got the lip on it as well, so I'm really thrilled with that. And it did what I wanted to. Look, I managed to get the glitter at the top, and then I poured in some clear, and then I poured in the mica powders, and look at that lovely, interesting result on there. So I'll just put it together for you to see. You can see the inside as well. And look how lovely this lid fits. Isn't that gorgeous? There was the galah colour. I just poured it into a little, to make a little bowl. These come in handy for your rings or as your sauce with your dips. This, and the little bit I had lead, I poured into made a diamond shape, which yeah, I think looks interesting. And what I had, I just poured some clear on the top, and that's the results. So all I've got to do here is gently, just with a very fine sandpaper, just gently file that base slightly, and she's all finished. I just love it. I think it's beautiful. I've never used these colours and this mould myself before, so I'm really thrilled with the results. I hope you enjoyed watching this little one, Thank you very much for sharing your day with me. Have a super day.